Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and today I am doing a book review on the next book in the On Devonshire Shores by Julie Klassen. So I was supposed to review this book last week, but as you know, I was sick. I am doing much better. There's still a lingering cough, but we're getting there. So I thought I would review this one for you today. This was my last book to review for 2023. So I read it and I enjoyed it. It was good. Honestly, the first book is still my favorite. The first book was just so great. This one was still good though. This one we're following I believe it's the second youngest sister, Emily, and we're following her. And so it's very not similar to the first book, but of course it is a historical romance. We're following some romance along the Devonshire shores, and in this one we're following again the inn that the sisters and the mother own, and I just love that part of the story. I love seeing like them. They came from a fairly wealthy family, and then their father passed away, and then they're destitute, and so they made their home into a bed and breakfast inn type thing. And I love just how they persevered. And so in this one, we're following very interesting guests that arrive to take residence next door to their house. And so we're following the Duke of Kent and his wife, and they are guests at the house next door to theirs. They rented it. But a few of the Duke's housekeeping staff are sent to their inn on the shore to be housed. And so they get to kind of rub elbows with the elite English family. And it was just kind of fun to see from like a different perspective. Like a lot of stories might actually be set in the royal family, but it's just kind of nice to see like just regular people like you and me, like reacting to seeing royalty. And I thought it was just a really nice story, and I love just seeing how the Duke was in his life, how he loved his daughter. You could see that while they were taking their walks and stuff, and it was just really sweet. And we're following also a little bit of romance going on. There is a staff member of the Duke's that may or may not be falling in love with Emily, and it was just a very, very sweet romance. It was a bit slow for me in parts, but that could also be due to me being sick, because when I'm sick, reading is like, it's not a leisure activity for me, unfortunately, when I'm sick, but I still wanted to read this, and I still really liked it when I was reading it. It was just a little bit slow in parts for me being sick. I had a hard time concentrating on the audiobook, but I did really enjoy the storyline and the characters. I really enjoyed the characters. I really can't wait to see more of these characters. I thought this book was going to be on the other sister. I think her name's Sarah, but it was on Emily. So I'm hoping that Sarah gets her story next time. I hope. We should. Maybe. We'll see. It might not be, but I hope to see her story next. And of course, there's a little bit of mystery and intrigue going on in this story too, which I always like that in a historical fiction. I just like that added mystery and suspense aspect. There wasn't a lot in here. It's definitely more historical romance or just historical fiction in general, but there's just this little hint of suspense that I just love in a book. So make sure to check it out. I will link it down below. Thank you to Baker Publishing for sending me a copy of this book to read and talk about with you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.